I know, I get it. Straight out of the gate, the first thing I said for becoming a badass is to cut out soda. And I know everyone's ears blew off at the same time, I'm sure. And this response is normal. I'm sure everyone felt the same way. Soda is a hard one. Nah. Baby steps? Huh, okay. I'm assuming this is how he's saying it. Just a joke. I mean, he kind of knows. You're right. I will do my best. Why did I start with soda straight out of the gate? Here's the thing. We all have our vices. I've talked about vices. I am not perfect. But when it comes to your health, and people have no clue, and maybe they have a clue, but they just don't care because they are addicted to their Mountain Dew, their Dr. Pepper, whatever. They can be the most high intentions of being healthy. I have a sister-in-law, and we talk about health stuff. We talk about NMN, NAD, stuff like that, like whatever, game changers. And she's so, she wants to be healthy, and she is for the most part. But she cannot kick, and this has been going on for decades. Her soda habit, I think it's Dr. Pepper. I don't know, my family likes Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew, I don't get it. Now, me on the other hand, when I was, I want to say in my teens, this was in the 90s, and I wanted to be pretty, I wanted to be skinny, I wanted guys to like me, I wanted to be tiny, whatever. And I knew I needed to be healthy. And I mean, at the time, we just thought, soda was, sugar water, pretty much. That's so not true. Wasn't there like it was for Mountain Dew, one of these things, where someone claimed that they found a mouse or something of that in their drink, and they were like, no, that's impossible, because if a mouse was in the drink, then it would dissolve. It would dissolve the mouse. Yeah, that came from the people making the drink. But let's go back to addictions. And it's not just like with soda, because they're putting chemicals. They're putting chemicals in your Pop-Tarts, in your breakfast foods, to make you addicted. They're not putting it in there to make you feel full and satisfied. They're making it so you want more, and one serving is never enough. If you can kick your soda habit, that's huge. That's quitting smoking huge. That's like, not a lot of people can do it. I see it at my job every day. Gallons of soda these people are drinking every day. I'm kind of different. Like I said, back in the 90s, when I was a teenager, and I learned what was in soda, and I was like, well, that's not good. That's not good for you. I knew sugar was bad. This was before I was like, oh, I mustn't eat fat because then I'll get fat. This was before all that. So I was just like, wait, there's all this crap in soda? And it was just like a no-brainer for me. It was like, well, why would I drink this then? Now, occasionally I would have like a root beer float with the family, whatever. Occasionally I'd have, but I stopped buying soda even back then. Because why would I put something in my body that in my mind at the time would make me unattractive, that would accumulate fat in my body, which I didn't want, because again, back then, it was all about being skinny, skinny, skinny. The reality is that this badass journey we're on together is all about taking control. We don't talk about control very often, and we should, because it is everything. If you can control like something like cutting this one habit, there's substitutes out there. I've talked about what I do, my brewing tea every day, everyone's different, or, people doing flavored water. Be careful because of the coloring in it. But if you can get over this one hill, then whatever is next might not be so bad, might not be so difficult. So yeah, the first thing I said as far as becoming a badass, joining the badass army, and one thing to work on, yeah, I went for a big one, and that is cutting out soda. Because let me tell you, the dangers that are in these things is just scary. And I understand it's difficult. And like I said, if you want tips on, different things you can do. Now, I get carbonated water, but I look at the ingredients and I put it with my sleep drink that's called Closed that I drink before, and it's got that great, like soda like flavor, but without all the chemicals, without all the toxins. And I get it. I know it's difficult, but being a badass, having badass status, if it was easy, everyone would have it. And not everyone is a badass. So, just think about that. Think about control. Think about you taking control of your life, which means taking control of your health, which means cutting out the bad shit. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, everything in moderation. No, sorry. If you are like that, there's going to be a lot of tough love here, because I'm not like a moderation person. When it comes to toxins, when it comes to things that make you addicted to have them, to get you to have more of them, I am not a moderation person. I am a cut that shit out, stop putting it in your body, and move on to better things like water, which don't even get me started. There's different types of water, different water bottles, but one hill at a time, one mountain at a time. You got this, you can do it, be badass.